voiceover video. If you feel uncomfortable, then you can mute it. It's a boy and girl fan fiction. If you are homophobic, kindly leave. Remember, it's just a fan fiction. Don't take it serious. And if I do any mistake in voiceover, then please forgive me. It was really nice meeting you. You are quite funny and interesting actually. I didn't know a serial can be this interesting. And I didn't know emoji can be this casual thing. I hope to see you soon. We'll surely meet. Time skips the same night. Jimin rang the bell of Taeyong's apartment. In just some seconds, he opened the door. Hi Taeyong. Jimin, what are you doing here? Do you need anything? Annie, can I come in? Oh, yes. Let me in. They seated on the couch. Do you need any help or something? You already helped me a lot. Not a lot. I just helped you once that night when Yoongi moved here. You literally fought with him and later came to me to help him. I know I did wrong at the time. And as soon as I realized I couldn't stop myself. But I didn't know you'll go this far. Huh? But did I do something wrong? Cannot say wrong, but you proposed the idea of Yoongi and me casting in a film to your boss, John Jungkook, right? You didn't even tell me you work in his company. How do you know? I went on a blind date with him. What? Blind date? Yes. He told that you suggested him those stars. I really love them. Oh, you were his date. It's kinda... My father asked me to go there and I really enjoyed his company. Oh, yes, he's kinda sweet. Sweet? But I think he's funny. Well, leave that. Just tell me, why did you give him that idea? Because I wanted you and him together. Like seriously, he's my crush more than your enemy. For years you're crushing over him and then you started hating him. I told you that means you'll do something like this? Seems like I did a mistake. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, you're so stupid, Babu. I'm not angry at all. I know you wanted to see me happy. What should I do with your introvertness? You overthink. Don't overthink, okay? But you started dating Jungkook. I mean, sir, no? You're not dating, stupid. You just went on a blind date. There's a difference. And it's just because our parents wanted that. But I know they won't force us if we say no to this relation. Do you still have crush on Yoongi? No. What? Actually, it's not a crush anymore. Since we started working together, it's becoming complicated. I guess you should calm your mind. After some time, Jimin left in his apartment, and Taeyong closed the door of his apartment. He sat on the couch inside. He went on a date. I thought Jungkook had something for me. Maybe I was just imagining. How can a person like me have feelings for me? He's all silent. It's exciting balance to know that the person for whom you fall is dating your own friend. Maybe it's just my fate. Next day, Taeyong went inside Jungkook's room after a bath. Jungkook gazed at me. Wanted to ask you something, Taeyong. Yes, sir. Park Jimin is your friend. Yes, sir. Is that why you proposed that idea? Ani, sir, I just calm down. I know how you are. I was just kidding. Don't need to explain anything. Moreover, I believe you can never suggest anything wrong. Thank you, sir. He turned to leave, but stopped and spoke in a low voice. Bhai Bhai, congratulations, sir. For what? Jimin told me that you went on a date. Jimin is a nice guy. I know he is, but we still didn't start dating. And keep it a secret for now, Taeyong. Yes, sir. The secret is safe with me. I believe you. Jungkook gave him a smile. Taeyong walked a little. Again stopped as Jungkook called him. Taeyong? Yes, sir. Do you need something? Annie. Taeyong left, Jungkook leaned his head back on the chair while closing his eyes. I thought you'd react anything, but you still didn't say anything. You just said he's a nice guy. But what about you? I don't know how long I'm having feelings for you, but you didn't even understand. So many times I tried to tell you, but you always makes me nervous. I thought you had feelings for me. Was I just overthinking? Is you okay just as an assistant? Your eyes tell me that you have feelings for me, but you never even said anything. Time skip. Some more days passed like this. Here, at one side, Yoongi and Jimin were coming closer, but again and again denying. Yoongi realized he was falling for Jimin, but it was even more complicated. Jimin and Jungkook started meeting and spending time together, but their relation wasn't like they were dating. They were more like friends. Both didn't feel that attraction or can say those feelings for each other. If Jimin felt for Yoongi and Jungkook felt for Taeyong.
The point of view, I sat my bed and kept the water bottle beside. I'm feeling really sleepy. The work really left me tired. I just want my bed now. I adjusted myself on the bed and closed my eyes to go in my dreamland.
Ah! What the f?
Who screamed? I immediately opened my eyes when realized that it's none other than Jimin's voice. For God's sake, why he's so freaking screaming all the time? I went with him. He won't even let me sleep peacefully. I got off my bed and came outside of my apartment. I walked towards his apartment and was about to ring the bell when saw the door opened and I felt like a monkey jumped on me and my hands automatically grabbed him. I realized it's Jimin. What the hell is he doing? He literally jumped in my arms like a koala. Jimin,
There's someone in my room. There's someone in my room, Yoongi. He will kill me.
I realized that he is afraid. I patted his back with my one hand when another was holding his weight. Jimin, it's okay, it's fine. Let's just go and see.
No. He will kill you too.
He hugged me more tightly. Okay, calm down, calm down. I'm here just right, okay?
Don't leave me.
I won't. I'll never. After patting his back for some more time, I asked him to get down off me as I can't stand for so long with him in my arms. He got down but still sticking to me. That is indicating that he is really scared. I'm feeling tense deep inside as I never saw him this much scared. Jimina, look, I'm here, right? Should we go and check now? Let's go. I held his hand in mine and we both entered slowly. Where are the light switches, Jimin?
There.
He pointed towards the switches and I turned on all the lights in one go. I looked around and stepped ahead when he tightened his grip more onto my hand. I caressed it with my thumb and indicated him to be calm. We stepped together and walked towards his room. As I was about to open the door of his room, I heard a voice from behind. I immediately turned back and found the vase that was on the table was on the ground and a cat was sitting on it licking its leg and cleaning the mouth. I gazed at Jimin whose eyes were closed. For a moment, I thought of pulling him in a hug and squeeze his chubby cheeks, but I know I can't. Jimina, open your eyes and see who is it. He opened his eyes and saw the cat.
A cat? What is it doing here?
In just a second, I felt his fear vanished and a smile crept on his lips, looking at the cat. He left my hand. That disappointed me, as I was feeling so good and wanted to hold his hand for some more time. He walked towards the cat slowly and pulled him in his arms. At the time I felt so unlucky. Why I'm not that cat? Well, I can. I know it's not a K-drama.
Oh Mo, you are so cute. Did you choose me to be your honor kitty?
Aren't you afraid now?
Just a kitten, a cute kitten. He cannot harm anyone. It's so cute.
Do you find cats cute?
Of course they are. Cannot you see? Wait, his eyes. It's similar to your eyes.
What?
See?
Yeah, kinda similar. Do you want to come to me, kitty? I tried to take him in my arms, but he snuggled more into Jimin's arms and he giggled.
See? All the cats love Park Jimin. Except you.
Including me.
He whispered the last two sentences that made Jimin frown as he couldn't hear it. Did you say something?
Annie, well, how did it get in?
Maybe through the balcony. I thought there was someone. It really scared me.
And you scared the hell out of me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I should leave now.
Don't. I mean, you came to my house first time. I shouldn't let you go without having anything. It will count as a bad manner.
Not helping your neighbor. This also count as a bad manner, doesn't it?
He said, still looking in his eyes, making Jimin look away. Yoongi chuckled at him and said,
Don't get it serious.
sit. Jimin put the cat on the couch and went in the kitchen, came back after a few minutes with 2 cups of coffee. As they sipped the coffee, Yoongi spoke.
Can I ask you something?
Hmm.
Why were you petrified earlier?
Jimin went blank as Yoongi asked this question. Some scenes flashed in front of his eyes. He forced a smile on his lips and spoke. It's nothing. I just thought there might someone in my room.
You cannot even lie properly.
Huh?
Did something happen to make you terrified to this extent?
And why should I tell you? Are we friends?
Then are we enemies? As long as I know, enemies don't sip coffee sitting together.
Jimin couldn't understand, but he should reply.
We can share. Just think I'm just a stranger and we'll never meet again.
But I want you to ask me as a friend. It was when I started living alone. I used to get death threats since I came in spotlight, but I always ignored it. And one night, some people barged in my house and attacked on me. They tried to kill me, but I somehow saved myself. After that, the company hired a bodyguard for me.
Do you still get those death threats?
Not anymore.
But don't need to get afraid.
I don't. I can fight that. It's just I was really scared all of a sudden. After that, both went silent. As Yoongi's curiosity took over him, he again asked Jimin something.
One more thing I'm inquisitive about.
What?
Why do you hate me?
Huh? Can we not talk about it right now?
I was waiting for a moment like this to ask you. So many times I try to ask. Now when I get the chance, I seriously wanna know, Jimmy, why you hate me?
Like you don't know.
What? Did I do something to make you hate me?
Let's not talk. He was about to stand, but Yoongi pulled him again on the couch.
I'm serious about it, Jimmy.
Because you didn't reply anything to my letters.
Which letters? When did you send?
He was totally surprised. Almost 2 years ago.
What? I can't understand, Jimmy. You sent me letters 2 years ago and I didn't reply. But why you send me letters?
He was confused as hell. I was your fan.
What? You were what?
I was your fan since you debuted as a model. I really admired you and your style. Because of you, I started learning modeling and thought of becoming a model like you. I thought I'd invite you on my birthday when I become a model. And I did that. After becoming a model, I invited you. I sent birthday invitations so many times. I once sent letters to invite you, but you didn't came and not even replied.
Where did you send those invitations? To my company address?
Your parents' house.
My house? How do you know the address?
I knew everything about you.
You are kidding me, right?
He stood and walked towards the drawers and pulled out a box and came back. He gave the box in Yoongi's hand and asked him to open it. Yoongi opened the box and he was amazed.
Shuki collection? My first photo shoot card? Where is it?
I used to collect everything related to you. Now you believe?
But I swear I didn't get any. Hold on. That was you. Oh my god, Jimin. You're so dumb.
What?
You sent those invitations. Once my papa told me that someone daily sends me letters and invitations for me. But I thought it might be any fan as fans do such things.
Huh?
Do you think I would ignore your invitations and letters intentionally? You are so dumb to think that. I always admired you since you debuted. I know media always compare us, but I never took that seriously. And I wanted to congratulate you on your first award, but you totally ignored me. And that was the first time I got hurt because of your attitude.
I ignored you because I thought you ignored my letters and invitations, so I will do the same.
My god. So you were hating me just because of this stupid thing. You never tried to ask me directly.
I thought it would be embarrassing.
I cannot believe, Jimin.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
You should be sorry. How could you? I seriously wanted to be friends with you and you dumb.
Jimin felt embarrassed and cursed himself as because of his misunderstanding he created this hater. He felt so stupid because he always crushed over him, and because of just a misunderstanding he created a mess. He felt like crying, but he couldn't at that time.
If I hadn't asked you, you would never tell me, right?
I'm sorry. Can we forget that?
Maybe we can start over everything again.
I'm really sorry.
Can I kiss you?
What? He widened his eyes and looked at Yoongi surprisingly. His stomach felt a lot of butterflies in it. Yoongi pressed his lips in thin line, trying to control his laugh.
You look like a chick when you blush.
Are you again teasing me?
I love that. You look so cute when you are flustered.
Huh?
I should leave now. It's almost midnight.
Yes. Sorry to disturb you.
You should not scream at night. Last time you were cursing me and I fell off the bed.
I'm sorry. Did you get hurt anywhere?
Do you want to see my butt?
Anya. You should go now.
And if anything happens, just give me a call, okay?
Yoongi walked out of Jimin's apartment and Jimin closed it. He felt so frustrated and screamed, "Oh, why?" Then he heard a voice from outside.
I asked you to not to scream at night, Jimin.
You didn't leave yet?
I want to sleep peacefully, Jimin. Will you let me?
I'm sorry. You can sleep. Next morning, Jimin came out of his apartment and his gaze went on Yoongi's apartment. Should I call him? It's feeling so weird after knowing the truth. I think I should just leave. Jimin walked from there towards the elevator and saw Yoongi already entered there. Their eyes met each other. Jimin walked in the lift nervously. Hi.
Hi.
They both didn't say anything further. Yoongi gazed at Jimin and expected him to press the button, but Jimin was lost in his thoughts. Jimin realized and raised his hand to press the button as well as Yoongi. Their hands touched and they both immediately moved back. Don't, Jimin, don't feel awkward. Just behave normal.
He's giving me weird feelings. I'm feeling so hot all of a sudden. God, please save me today. I don't want to lose it.
More days skipped like this. Everything changed in between them after that day. But their little fights and bickerings were going on with their work. Everyone on the set was amazed by seeing the changes in between them. But they were still not that open with each other about their feelings, which were growing every moment they were spending together. Both were enjoying each other's company, sometimes having little talk and eating together. Jimmy is sitting in his balcony when he got a call from his mother. Hey Uma, how are you? I'm all good. I wanted to ask if you like Jungkook or not. Jungkook? Yes, I like him, but that's great. His parents called me and asked me if you can go on a date with him. Okay, Uma, if you want me to go on a date with him, it's fine, but that's great. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Uma, before he could say it further, she cut the call. He looked at the phone screen and sighed. On the other side, Yoongi heard everything what Jimin said as he was standing at the door of his balcony and could hear everything clearly. Yoongi point of view.
Date? He's going on a date? Does he like him? He said he likes him, and I thought maybe I should have never thought about him. But my heart, I wanted to confess to him, but he already likes someone else.
Landscape. Jimin is sitting on his bed and looking at the Yoonmin fan arts while smiling, biting his lips. He scrolled and chopped on the songs. When saw a fan art, he put the phone aside and had some water to calm himself. Hands are really going bold than I thought. I should not watch it. He put his phone down on the nightstand and lay down on the bed. Should I just tell Jungkook that I don't feel that way for him? It's useless if he continues. I hope he will understand. Closed his eyes but shoot open when he heard some noises in his balcony. He stood and slowly walked towards the door. He startled when someone knocked on the balcony repeatedly while calling his name. Jimin immediately turned on the lights and saw someone was leaning on the door. He widened his eyes as Besides Yoongi. Without thinking twice, he opened the door. Yoongi, what are you doing here? Yoongi walked inside with heavy steps. Are you drunk?
No, I'm not.
You are drunk, idiot. How the hell did you come to your balcony?
I just wanted to tell you.
Are you crazy or something? But if something would have happened.
Don't say anything.
He put his index finger on Jimin's lips and dragged it down, making them apart. Jimin felt butterflies all over his stomach. And before he could even react anything, Yoongi pulled Jimin by his nape and smashed his lips onto Jimin. Jimin widened his eyes when he processed what Yoongi is doing. He felt like his soul left his body. Yoongi didn't waste any second and started moving his lips. That was enough to make Jimin lose his control, and the two started kissing him back. Kissing, they moved towards the bed and fell on it, Jimin on top of Yoongi. Next morning, Yoongi woke up from the sleep and slowly opened his eyes. Then his eyes met with another pair of eyes that were almost glaring at him. He immediately sat on the bed as he was fighting. The person is none other than Jimin.
Why are you staring at me? And what are you doing in my room?
Your room. He raised his eyebrow. Yoongi looked around and startled even more.
What am I doing in your room?
Oh, I was getting bored and kidnapped you. What? Do you really think I would do that? You broke into my room last night. Through the balcony. Do you remember? Do you remember what you did? Yoongi held his head when he recalled that he drank and came in Jimin's room, then kissed him. He widened his eyes as soon as he remembered all the things. Remember?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
What?
I was totally busted and I'm really sorry.
He stood up and ran out of Jimin's apartment, leaving him dumbfounded. I thought you meant that kid. Time skip at evening. Jimin and Jungkook sat on the chairs as he decided to meet him and clear everything before it gets messed up. Are you alright? But aren't feeling right. Is something bothering you? Actually, I want to clear everything, Jungkook. What do you want to clear? The thing is, I don't feel anything for you. I mean, not in that way. And I want it to end here. But we can still be friends. But what if I say I want you? What? What if I say I fall for you? But I love someone else, Jungkook. And what about my love? Jimin went totally silent and felt a heaviness in his heart. Just then he saw Jungkook laughed and he got confused. Oh my god. You really thought I'm serious? Were you joking around? I'm sorry. I was just kidding. I don't feel that way for you either, Jimin. I also wanted to tell you this, but I thought it might hurt you. You scared the hell out of me. So, is it Yoongi? Huh? The person you love? How did you get? Who cannot see it? He himself. He pouted sadly, making Jungkook chuckle. There are some people who cannot see. Do you also have someone like that? I have. What? Why didn't tell? I thought I could move on. Who's that? Don't tell him. What? Wait, is it Taeyong? Seriously? But I guess he has feelings for you. He told you? Honey, but I think, as I remember, he was sad when I told him about us going on a blind date. I don't know. He congratulated me. You're dumb. He's just like that, so shy and silent. Why don't you ask him out? I'm not sure if he has feelings for me or not. And for about a year I'm trying to confess to him and I have an idea. More than 1 week passed. The contract is about to end. Yoongi didn't talk to Jimin properly after that day. It made Jimin think that Yoongi really didn't mean that kiss. But Yoongi was trying his best not to lose his control again because he was thinking Jimin and Jungkook are dating each other. It was breaking his heart, but he was trying his best to not show his emotions on his face. Deep down, he wanted to confess to him his feelings badly, but he was thinking it can mess the situation in between them. Jimin went inside the elevator and pressed the button, but his eyes fell on Yoongi, who just came. He immediately stopped it and waited for Yoongi to come in, who was stuck there on his face. It's empty. You can get inside.
That's the main reason, Jimin. I don't want to lose my senses.
Yoongi walked inside and stood at a distance silently. The lift is going upwards as they are going to their apartments. It's all silent and awkward. Neither of them looked at each other. I don't know what's wrong with you, Yoongi. I cannot forget that kiss. I know you didn't mean that, but I really mean that. It was my first kiss and I loved how passionately we did that. But unfortunately, you don't feel anything. I want to tell you how I feel for you. I wish you could see it in my eyes. It was the last day of the shoot and I don't know if you'll work or interact together again or not. I sighed again but startled when the lift stopped and the power went off. God, did this even have to happen now? Hush. I looked back and found Yoongi was there. I could feel he is tensed. Is something wrong with him? Turning on my mobile torch, I saw he was breathing heavily while opening the buttons of his shirt. Yoongi, are you okay?
Don't do it.
Yoongi? I saw he is sweating and gasping. He is having problem in breathing. Yoongi, look at me. It's me, Jimin. Can you see me?
Jiminy,
He whispered my name and looked at me with flickering eyes.
Jiminy, don't leave me. It's suffocating here. I want to go. Take me out of here.
I'm here, Yoongi, just here beside me. I pulled him in my embrace softly and started caressing his hair and back. I don't know what's happening with him, but it's making me worried. What if something happened to him? No, Jimin, don't even think like that. I kept caressing his head and back when he is in my embrace, curling up like a kitten. As long as I know he doesn't have claustrophobia. After a few minutes, power back on, but he was still sticking to me. The elevator started and after a minute it stopped on our floor. As it opened, I found two workers of the building standing outside. They immediately rushed in and asked, "Are you alright, sir?" "We are really sorry for the inconvenience. It's okay. Is he fine? Should we give a hand?" Yoongi, are you feeling well now? We reached.
Jiminy, don't leave me.
He whispered, snuggling against my neck. "I'll be needing your help." "Sure, sir." They helped Yoongi to stand and also stood while holding his one arm, which later I put around my shoulder to give him support, and the other guy held Yoongi from another side. In just a minute, we reached at my apartment. They left after helping me laying him on the bed. I immediately rushed to the kitchen and took a bowl of water and a cloth. I soaked the cloth in water and cleaned his face and neck. It might relax him a little. After a while, I again went in the kitchen and made some porridge for him. I came again and sat beside the bed on a chair. "Yoongi, can you sit?" He opened his eyes and tried to sit when I helped him. "Have some porridge. It will make you feel better."
Did you eat?
"I'm not hungry. Have it." Yoongi finished it in just some minutes. Jimin took that bowl and kept it aside. "Are you feeling better now?"
Thank you for helping me.
"Once you helped me, maybe it was just a payback."
I think I should leave.
"Stay here. You need rest."
Where will you sleep? It's your room.
"I have another room. Can I ask you something?" "What happened to you? You were scared, right?"
It was just...
You can share with me.
Are we friends?
If not friends, not even enemies, right? Or just think I'm a stranger and we'll never meet again.
Do you want to know about me?
Only if you let me.
I got panicked. I don't have any phobia, but when the lights went off all of a sudden, I again had a flash of my childhood when my parents locked me in a basement.
What? But your parents love you. Why did you do that?
Not Papa and Appa, but my biological parents.
What? Aren't Kims your parents? Hold on. Is that why your surname is Min, not Kim?
Papa and Appa love me as not even real parents can do. I'm lucky they took me with them.
But why your own parents would do something like that to you?
They loved me until they came to know that I'm into boys. They started beating and locking me up in basement. I was only 11 when I ran from them, and Appa and Papa adopted me as their child.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm all fine now. I have parents who love me, support me, and care about me.
I didn't know you went through this much in just a young age. You're so brave. Can we be friends at least? Just forget what happened earlier.
I guess.
Both smiled at each other softly. After that, Jimin went in another room and they both slept. Next morning, Yoongi woke up. He felt so refreshed and came out of the room. He was about to call Jimin but stopped as he saw Jimin sitting on the couch with Taeyong beside him. Why did you call me the early morning, Jimin? I want to tell you something important. What? Jungkook and I decided to get engaged. What? That's great. Yes, and you know what? He's going to propose me this evening. That's even more good. I'm happy for you. I think I should leave now. Wait, Ty. The main thing is, I want you to come with me there. Me? But how can I? I mean, sir, I just want you to be there. Won't you support me? I will. I will surely. Yoongi's heart cracked like a mirror after hearing it. He felt his body became numb. He again went inside and locked the door. And here, Taeyong left from there with a broken heart. He felt his all hopes to be loved died at that moment. Time skips at evening. Jimin and Taeyong wait at the place where Jungkook called Jimin. It was all decorated beautifully. Taeyong felt his heart was sinking in an ocean deep and more deeper. He wanted to run away, but he had to come as Jimin wanted him. They reached, but Jungkook wasn't there. Taeyong, just wait here. I'm coming in a minute. But before he could say further, Jimin left from there. Taeyong looked at the table that was all decorated with beautiful rose petals, candles and lights. Taeyong's point of view. I imagined it for myself. How stupid I was. How could I even think something like that? I picked up the rose petal and kissed it, but flinched when I felt a heart pull from behind and someone hugged me. I recognized the touch and I know it's Jungkook, sir. What is he doing? Did he mistake me as Jimin? I got goosebumps when he snuggled his nose in my neck and held my belly with his hands. Jungkook, sir, leave me. It's me, Kim Taeyong, your assistant. I'm not Jimin. I know. Then you should leave me before Jimin misunderstands us. What misunderstanding, Taeyong? He left Taeyong and made him turn to him. He can misunderstand us, sir, and I don't want to hurt him. And what about you, Taeyong? Taeyong looked back and widened his eyes when saw Jimin was there. Jimin, listen, it's not the way it looks like. There's nothing between us. He hugged me mistaking you. But I didn't. I hugged you because I knew it's you. What are you saying, sir? Please don't do it. His eyes became glossy, like he will cry at any moment. I didn't want to come in between you. I swear I didn't. Jimin, trust me. I won't come in between you. But you were never in between us because we were never together, Kai. Huh? Jimin and Jungkook laughed, making Taeyong confused. His eyes were about to trap the tears. Jungkook held his biceps softly and wiped his tears. Don't cry, baby. Your beautiful eyes don't suit it. Huh? I'm sorry. We were just kidding. Jimin and I aren't dating. We are just friends. Huh? But he told I lied to you, Pao. But why? Because I love you. Huh? You what? I love you, Kim Taeyong. Jungkook loves you more than anything and anyone. That cannot even look at any other guy. Huh? Pao, accept it. Your love is proposing you. How do you know I love Jungkook, sir? Do you think I'm blind? I know you more than 2 years. Couldn't I just understand how you feel? You're so stupid to hide it. You were hurt but you didn't even tell me. I thought you liked him. How could I when I'm already in love with Yoongi? You were thinking about me. And now it was my turn. If you had told me in the beginning, I would have set a date for you too earlier. But by the way, it was also set by me. Now enjoy. I'm leaving. Best of luck. He said, smiling, and left from there, leaving them alone. Taeyong looked at Jungkook in the eyes. I'm sorry, I hurt you. If you really love me, then why didn't say earlier? Because I thought you don't feel the same. But in these days, I came to know that you actually do. Is that why you were all the time talking about Jimin in front of me? It was Jimin's plan so that you get jealous and confess, but you didn't, so I had to. It was Jimin's plan so that you get jealous and confess, but as you didn't, so I had to. He couldn't say further when felt 2 pairs of lips on his. It was Taeyong who kissed Jungkook, grabbing his collar, and pulled out in just a second. Jungkook looked at him, who was looking down. Jungkook smiled and grabbed him by his waist and looked in his eyes before kissing him again. But it wasn't just a kiss, it was a proper kiss. Jungkook held his left hand in his and put it on his own shoulder. Taeyong understood and also wrapped the other hand around his neck. Let them enjoy the kiss, guys. Time skip after 2 days. It's the day of the party as the contract is ended successfully. All reached and are enjoying party. Everyone is congratulating Yoonmin and the directors of the company, who are almost busy flirting with each other. But our Yoonmin are all silent. Yoongi excused himself from there and went towards the bar section. He checked some more pegs and stood to leave towards the restroom. He came out of the washroom and walked a little when felt a pull and someone dragged him in an isolated room.
Jimin, why did you pull me here?
I want to talk, Yoongi.
It's not the time, Jimin.
It is the time, Yoongi. Who knows when we meet again? I want to clear everything before it ends. I don't want to hide anymore.
Jimin, let's just...
I'm asking you to listen, Yoongi. He went more closer to him. Their bodies were almost touching. Yoongi inhaled deeply and said while turning his face to other side as they were really close.
I swear, Jimin, move back, or else I would do something you'd never ever imagined.
And what would you do, huh?
I will suck the hell out of your lips, Jimin. Please move back. I was drunk when I kissed you, and now I'm sober. You don't know what I might do.
Then do it. His words cut off in middle when Jimin smashed his lips on Yoongi's and sucked them for some seconds, then pulled out. Yoongi was amazed but blank.
Why you did that? Do you think my feelings are a joke, Jimin?
And what are your feelings? Did you ever tell me? Have you confessed?
Couldn't you see in my eyes?
You couldn't see either.
Just stop it right here, Jimin. You are already going to get engaged and doing these stuffs with me.
What? Who told you I'm going to get engaged? And with whom?
John Jungkook, aren't you?
So, wait. Don't tell me you heard me and Taeyong talking that morning.
Yes, I did.
Idiot. It was a lie.
What?
Jungkook and I aren't dating. We were never. Yes, it's true that we went on blind dates, but we never felt anything for each other. And Jungkook loves Taeyong, and just 2 days ago he proposed him, not me. It was just a surprise.
What? You don't love him?
I don't. I just like him as a friend. And how can I love him when I'm having feelings for you for years now?
What? You have feelings for me?
Yes. Even when you didn't even know me.
Then why you didn't confess?
I thought you don't feel the same. And that day you left saying you didn't mean that kiss. It made me think that way.
I said that because I thought you liked Jungkook.
Stupid.
I'm sorry.
I'm also sorry. Time skip after few months. Jimin is laying on Yoongi's bed using his phone. Yoongi is not in the room as he went to take a water bottle. All of a sudden lights went off and Jimin sat on the bed. Yoongi? As he says, he finds Yoongi came with a cake in his hands, candle on top of that. Jimin becomes numb when he sees Yoongi's wide smile.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimin. Happy birthday to you.
Jimin couldn't control his smile and his eyes filled with happy tears. Yoongi come over the bed with the cake and asks Jimin to wish. Jimin makes the wish and kisses on Yoongi's cheeks. Yoongi giggles and says,
Blow the candle. No, let's keep them aside and let them blow themselves. Where?
let's just say these two candles present our lives and I want them to keep on lighting like this until they get their last breath. Yoongi smiles widely and keeps the cake aside. He kisses on Jimin's forehead. You remembered it's my birthday.
How couldn't I? You wanted it, right?
He nods with a smile. Where's my gift?
What do you want?
You.
I'm already yours, baby.
Is that so? Then show me that you're mine.
Do you really want me to show you?
Yes. He wraps his arms around Yoongi's neck and pulls him in a deep kiss. Yoongi pulls Jimin on his lap when his arms wrap Jimin's waist in between them. They suck each other's lips for a good minute and pulls out.
You sure you want that?
Have any doubt? He says seductively, biting his bottom lip. Yoongi pins Jimin on the bed in the same position. He again attaches his lips with Jimin's and this time slides his tongue in his mouth. Both sucks each other's mouth, tasting every corner. Yoongi slides his hand in Jimin's t-shirt softly and caresses his stomach and chest. It gives Jimin tickle in his stomach and he arcs his back. Yoongi pinches Jimin's left nipple that makes Jimin moan. This time, Jimin hovers over Yoongi and kisses him. Jimin travels his kisses down to Yoongi's jawline to his neck. He licks Yoongi's lips and gives a smile. Then he leaves some wet kisses on his Adam's apple and neck. He kneels over him and pulls out Yoongi's t-shirt, leaving him shirtless. He places his hand on his stomach and chest. Then he leans on him and kisses on his shoulder while licking it. Jimin moans a little and slides his hand in Jimin's t-shirt while caressing his back with his long fingers. Jimin travels his kisses down on Yoongi's stomach to his abdomen. That leaves Yoongi breathless. He flips Jimin's again under him.
Enough of your teasing, baby. Let Daddy give you the pleasure.
I'm ready to take my gift. Let them eat each other, guys, and just eat the cake before it melts. Jimin dated secretly for almost 2 years, then revealed their relation. Some friends supported them and some didn't. But they didn't care about those who didn't support them and lived their life fighting, bickering, and loving each other.